Today is the 23rd of September 2002. For many people, it is at the Heritage Day. Simply because it falls on a Saturday, in many places, schools and everywhere, they've decided to celebrate their heritage this Friday. For me, exactly 5 years ago, it was the day that I signed on the dotted line and threw away all my freedom. It is the day that me and my wife said I do. But I want to say something. In terms of our culture, which defines our heritage, that has been passed from generations to generations, even though this practice doesn't have the origin in my tribe or culture alone. It dates thousands and thousands years back. Whenever somebody wanted a bride, they would send people to go and fetch the bride, but not before they've paid a dowry. So all those had already been done. So 5 years ago, it was purely a celebration, bringing the two families together. That is part of my heritage. But I'm not into that. I just wanted to define what heritage means. It might mean different things to different people. A heritage is defined as a property that may be inherited or just an inheritance, a birthright, a legacy, a bequeathal, or something that you acquire, an estate, something that you acquire, having been passed from generations to generations or from somebody who came before you. It could be synonymous with tradition, history, background, culture, customs, or past, which are those valid objects and qualities, such as traditions that have been passed from previous generations. And then I remember growing up in the rural areas. I come from a tribe that was known for being violent in resolving conflict. At times, they would just be confrontational without any need to be. I come from a tribe that managed to break away from the mighty King Shaka. I come from a tribe that managed to conquer and subdue kingdoms, thus creating this distinct language called Isindebele, which is actually a Creole, which is a culmination of different languages that at the end of the day, you don't even know exactly how many languages have been mixed into this beautiful language that we have. But because the father of this state, King Mzilikazi Khumalo Kamashobana, he had created his kingdom through some violent means. Some of this violence passed from generations to even our time. There are still people in our time, in my time, that still have not managed to outgrow that. I recall in the past, I mean, this is a painful truth, but for some people, they used to. The first notable acquisition or possession for people of my tribe, it was an okapi. An okapi served two purposes. When provoked, you stab him. The second purpose of an okapi, many people would not even know, riches. the first mode of transport that one would buy from where I come from would be a bicycle. And a bicycle, inside a bicycle, there is a tube that you pump air into, and it used to be susceptible from being pricked by thorns as one was cycling on it. And the best way to fix it, it was for you to take your okapi from your pocket, take the tube outside this tire casing, and apply some glue. But before you do that, you need to clean the surface of that tube. So to take your okapi and scratch from where the prick has been identified, apply some glue, take the same okapi, cut some tiny portion of another tube, scratch it again, apply the glue, and then you bring the two together. And then you pump your tire, you are ready to go. So that okapi served two purposes. But when I grew up, I did not have to resort to violence to achieve my aims. I could have done so because this was part of my heritage. But I decided to say, inasmuch as this is a treasured possession, inasmuch as this is a treasured tradition, because it's treasured, because some people thought there was some good in it, it is up to you and me to decide what works for you. I decided that, yes, I might buy it to cut some apples, I might buy it to also even mend my tire or those things, but I will never take it to stab anybody. And this is the culture, this is the things that I want to define for me and those of my time. So today, you've got a choice to forge a new culture, some new traditions, some new beliefs, some new value systems that you're going to pass to the next generation. But it took some generations to say, out with the old, in with the new. And now, as we're about to exit this stage, let's ask ourselves, what are we leaving for those that will come after us? What are we leaving for those that will come after us?